Hey everybody, and welcome to another Learning Statistics with Jamovi. In this video, I'm going to get a little bit more fancy with our multiple regression. So the last two videos we've done were on simple multiple regression and hierarchical multiple regression. So for this one, I want to see if we can determine a third variable that might influence a direct relationship. Yeah, that's right. We're talking about mediation. Mediation. So this is a kind of multiple regression where instead of a direct relationship between an independent and dependent variable, an x and a y respectively, we have a z variable, which is generally referred to as an extraneous variable, a controlled variable or controlling variable, and we want to make sure, or in the worst case, a confounding variable. But in our mediation, what the z variable is a mediator, so an indirect relationship. That is to say, x goes to z and z then goes to y. So that's what we're going to do in this video. And then in the next video, we'll talk about moderation, another special kind of multiple regression. So we are going to do mediation in this video, and we are going to grab, so there are important things that we need to do. So first, let's grab our data. We are going to grab our data via the modules, our LSJ, Learning Statistics with Jamovi. Where are my modules? Come on now. LSJ data. You can see that I've updated some of my other modules, but let's go to Manage Installed. And we are going to find the LSJ data. And so just so you can take a look at it. So Learning Statistics with Jamovi from Daniel Navarro and David Foxcroft. And so this is the data set that just gets installed on your computer. It's just a folder full of CSV files. And you can access this folder in Jamovi via the data library. Okay, it goes with their free textbook. So if we go here and we go to open, I already got it open because I've been recording videos today, LSJ-data, and you can see that it's in our data library. As with the other two multiple regressions, we're going to use the parenthood data, the parenthood data set. With chapter 12, they do not do mediation and moderation in their book, and that's because Jamovi does not have mediation and moderation in its base setup. But I'm going to tell you how we can do that by just adding a module. So let's open up parenthood just to get us started. Okay. Now you can see I have some other modules up here. We are going to do the medmod. So I have a previous video on setting up medmod. It has been updated, so we are going to do it again in this playlist, this series that I'm doing. So we're going to do that. It's medmod. It is made by, let's go to Manage Installed. Let's go find a medmod so you can see it. You can see that I've got a bunch that need to be updated still. Let's find medmod. Devs, let's make this alphabetized, please. Please. Okay, there it is. It's made by Robbie Selker. He is one of the main devs of Jamovi, so he made this. It's version 1.1.0. This module allows you to do simple mediation and moderation analysis. And as you can see, I've updated that. It doesn't say that installed version is incompatible. So once you install it, it'll add it to the top row here. If your screen isn't as big as mine and you can't get to it, they don't have a scroll yet like JASP has. So you can get it from this menu here, and there it is, medmod. Now, Ravi could add in a subtitle for it if he wanted to, but he didn't. So let's go into medmod. And when we click on this, it's going to ask us if we want a mediation or a moderation, or if we want to do another more advanced package. We're not going to do this, but it's called Jam. We're not going to do this in any video because I already have a video on Jam. So you can check out my video on Jam if you want like a very complex set of mediation and moderation, like multiple mediators, multiple moderators, all that kind of stuff. You can check out that video. Here, we're just going to do simple mediation, simple moderation, which means one mediator, and then in the next video, one moderator. So let's click on mediation. It's going to pull this up. And we're only going to have 3 slots, okay? And then these are our only options. So it's very simple. It's very simple. So what we're going to do is we are going to set up a relationship. We are going to set up how much sleep, or excuse me, we are going to set up a relationship. We are going to predict the amount of grumpiness that the dad, Dan, has on any given day in our data set, okay? From how much baby sleep, how much his infant baby gets on any given day, okay? So that's our predictor. But of course, the baby is not Dan. So there's not really a strong theoretical direct relationship between grumpiness levels and sleep levels because we're talking about 2 different people. But it is a valid prediction to make. How much sleep a person's baby gets impacts their level of grumpiness. We can get a direct relationship from this, however big or however small this direct relationship is. But what we really want to do is put Dan as the mediator. The amount of sleep that he gets is this mediator because it's really his sleep that's probably going to be impacting his grumpiness levels. And his sleep is going to be impacted by the amount of sleep his baby gets. I hope you're with me, okay? If I could draw you a picture, I would. And there is going to be a picture, so just sit tight. We're going to add in that, and this will help see it. Now, by default, you get the indirect path and the direct path, and I'll talk about what these values are after we go through the additional options here. Okay, so Standard errors are your friend in mediation and moderation. This is what the statistics in the background are using to calculate the estimates and the p-values, okay? We can also, so the standard one is to do it once, basically. Just do the math once, and there we go. You can also do bootstrapped, which will, by default, give you 1,000 samples, so it'll just do it 1,000 times. These are better estimates because these are 1,000 predictions at once. You can also add in, I think this can do 5 digits, but the more samples that you want to bootstrap, the more calculations your computer has to do, so the slower your computer will run. It may run out of memory, so just be careful if you want to do bootstrap. Okay, we want to go ahead and get our labels for our estimates, which is going to show us our path diagrams. This is very important. Okay, definitely by default, our test statistics are up here. We want to get our confidence intervals. Again, confidence intervals for our estimates are always useful. If they contain 0, then in between our lower and upper bounds. If 0 is in there, then that predictor or that prediction path is not good. Percent mediation is always nice because it'll tell you how much of your model has been mediated by the mediating variable. And then additional output, we can get our path estimates, and this will tell us our paths using our variable labels with the labels themselves, which correspond up to here. And then the best one is the estimates plot, okay? It will tell you where the estimates are plotted on the indirect. I don't know where color is coming from. This is a weird label. Maybe not so much the estimate plot. You know what would be nice is the path diagram, but of course we don't have that here. So again, this is the simple. Now you could use Jam to do the same mediation, one mediator. You don't have to have 2 or more if you want to use Jam, but I believe Jam has the path model. So we have A, B, and C. So if we were to draw this out, we have baby sleep to Dan sleep. So this is an indirect path, okay? So baby sleep to Dan sleep is A. Dan sleep to Dan grumpiness is path B. And then the direct path of baby sleep to Dan grumpiness is C. So if you were to set that up in a triangle, just follow my mouse here. Triangle path A up to the mediator, path B down to the DV, and then path C is from IV to DV. Okay, so A, B, C. I hope that works because I don't have a drawing for you. Okay, so the indirect path is A by B. Okay, so that is going up to A and down B. So A by B. And then direct path is C, so that's the horizontal line at the bottom of the path diagram. And then total is C plus A by B, okay? So that's how you would read that. And we can really see that we have almost total mediation. Total mediation. That is to say that baby sleep to Dan grumpiness level is not really a viable path, theoretically, okay, logically. It's all impacted and mediated by the amount of sleep that Dan gets based on the amount of sleep that his baby gets. So we are following path A from baby sleep to Dan sleep, and then the amount of sleep that Dan gets leads to his level of grumpiness, okay? And that's what you get from these path estimates, okay? Now, if we want to look at these estimates here, so these are just the path estimates themselves, and you can see that the Dan sleep to Dan grumpiness is far higher than either the other 2 estimates. So that tells you that path A, path B, these are significant paths, okay? You can see that is the same here. Path A by B is less than 0.01, and that's because these 2 are less than 0.001. This p-value for the indirect, or the direct path, excuse me, is 0.969, so that is essentially no, that's not a thing. So that's mediation. It's not a thing. It's mediation, okay? So predicting an indirect path with a mediating variable. Okay, so the thing that you want to focus on is the indirect path, how much percent mediation you get, and then what the individual path estimates are. Okay, generally speaking, in a path estimate graph or diagram, you will have their standard loads, their standard beta values as opposed to the estimate values. So that is not something that you get in the MedMod. Okay, that's not something that you get. You get raw estimates as opposed to standardized estimates. But if you were to put a pathing model here, you would want to put standardized estimates. If you have any comments, suggestions, questions, or feedback, please leave those down below. Thank you for watching this one. In the next one, we'll be doing moderation.